Since the first title was released on the Nintendo Famicom in 1986, the Dragon Quest series has been one of the most popular and enduring of Japanese RPGs, spanning 8 main games, several remakes, a whole line of spin-offs, and endless amounts of merchandise. One of those products was Kenshin Dragon Quest. Released in 2003, the plug-and-play TV game consisted of a central unit that was shaped like a shield, a memory card that looked like a book, and a sword controller that actually let players slash through the adorable monsters on screen. The device had simple sprite-based graphics and was classified as a toy in most shop catalogs, but the gameplay was surprisingly deep. While the on-rails action was a far cry from Dragon Quest's traditional dungeons and menus, the project wouldn't be forgotten. As Nintendo developed its prototype controllers for the Wii, one of the first developers approached was Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii, and the product birthed from those talks turned out to be the spiritual successor to Kenshin Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest Swords, the Masked Queen and the Tower of Mirrors was recently released in Japan. Building on Kenshin's design through 8 levels, this sword-swinging Wii game will be one to watch as it approaches its North American release in early 2008. In battles, you can slash at the center of the screen by swinging the remote horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, and you can make more specific strikes by targeting a point on the screen first. Thrusting the remote forward performs a stab, which can pierce through an enemy's defenses or knock an explosive enemy out of range. Holding the B trigger raises your shield to block attacks, but the edges can be chipped if your aim is off-center. Once you've built up enough power, you can also perform special attacks by thrusting your sword skyward and bringing it down upon your foes. Levels progress on rails, with groups of enemies appearing at specific points along the path. The encounters are mostly predetermined, but once in a while, a metal slime or a slime knight will randomly scoot across the screen, stopping if you manage to get in a quick slice. Between battles, you can turn over rocks to find herbs or gold coins, and forks in the road can lead to treasure chests with extra goodies. Every enemy has a distinctive attack pattern to memorize. Moles pop out of the ground, tossing clods of dirt. Archers fire arrows that you have to parry, returning the projectiles in kind. Orcs hold a strong defense, requiring you to block and counterattack. And some enemies fly in formations that call for vertical or diagonal slashes. Learning each enemy's fighting style doesn't take long, but you have to react quickly, and the action can get intense when you have to keep your eye on mixed groups of baddies attacking at the same time. Chapters are capped off with challenging boss battles that feel reminiscent of the NES game Punch-Out! The iconic monsters throw flurries of quick attacks, leaving brief openings for you to counter. If you aren't on the ball, they can take your health down quickly, so it helps to be prepared with plenty of herbs. After the first chapter, your party is joined by support characters, including your Father Bod, Prince Dean, and the Priestess Setia. Each one uses magic instead of weapons, casting spells to heal party members or attack enemies. Party members will use magic all on their own, or you can direct them yourself using a menu system. While Dragon Quest Swords is primarily an action affair, it does retain some RPG elements. Characters gain experience, leveling up to increase health and strength. Plus, whenever you go to town, you can buy new equipment or have a blacksmith upgrade your sword. From our time with the Japanese version, Dragon Quest Swords looks like it'll be fun and surprisingly challenging. Gamers interested in the arcade-style swordplay can look forward to seeing the game in North America in early 2008.